featuring Professor Ken and Reek in the Lion's Den.
This is my book, The Art of Human Chess. It's a bestseller, New York best time seller. And this book here sold millions, sold all over the world, all throughout the prison system. This is the book, The 48 Laws of Game Pimpology. Make sure you get these books. If you don't want to buy the hardcover, if you don't want to buy the paperback, then the best thing to do is go to iTunes on your cell phone and type in my name, Pimpinken, and I guarantee you the book will pop up. If they don't work, go to audiobook.com, type in my name. If they don't work, go to amazon.com, type in my name. Anywhere books are sold all over the country, you can get my books. These are my bestseller books. You hear people talk about them all the time on Instagram, on Snapchat. These are definitely some good reads. Please get my book. I guarantee you that you will never be the same. Your life will be impacted, and also your life will be enhanced just by getting these two books, The Art of Human Chess and The 48 Laws of Game. Just like the 48 Laws of Power, just like The Art of War.
Child support versus adult support. Call it that.
Okay. Child support versus adult support. What's your feeling on that? Because there's a lot of brothers that, essentially that men going their own way, they feel some kind of way because he's like, oh, well, women are the reasons why a lot of brothers is doing bad because of child support and things like that. I mean, how the system is set up, it doesn't too much favor brothers. So what do you feel about child support?
Rick, I have to be honest with you. I kind of come in this conversation with an advantage. And the advantage was I was fortunately able to be raised with my mother and my father. So I was able to see what fatherhood was, but as I began to get out into the world, I noticed, that me and my partners, we wanted to hit that. But we weren't educated enough in terms of contraceptives and safe sex and stuff like that. So we were going wrong. And some of us at very young ages would, impregnate women. I didn't have a baby till I was 30. You know what I'm saying? So I was 29. I was fortunate. I didn't fall into a lot of the realms that my partners fell into. But I know that some of my partners, like Ray, he had like 10 babies, by 10 different girls in less than 2 years. He was just going wrong and hitting everything. And what he became a baby daddy. He wasn't a father. And I think that that's the difference between, raising a child and having a child. If you're a baby daddy, then you just that baby's daddy. You're a sperm donor. You're a sperm donor. You donated sperm to that woman's vagina. And I think that when we lay down with women, we have to be more considerate about the outcome, what we're going to do once that child is manifested onto this earth. All my children, even though I had different baby mamas, I was not no baby daddy. So I was a father. So I raised all my kids. I sent most of them to college. The ones I didn't send to college, I still gave them a lot of knowledge, and they was able to, maintain themselves. I have some very successful children. And that's because I was in their lives. I was there to, to horn them when they messed up. I disciplined them. I didn't whoop my kids too much, but what I would do, because I would give them like 1,000 words, big words with the meaning to them, and make them write the words thousands of times, and then, tell me the meaning, and I was educating them. So by the time they got to about 6th, 7th, 8th grade, they knew all these big words, and the teacher was like that too. Some of them got pushed because they were so smart, because I used psychology, because I knew that this was something that I created, and this was 50% of me. So I had to I wanted to make this into a little superhero. I wanted to get this child wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and in most cases, that's not the case. So, from my perspective, I was a father. But unfortunately, most women don't think it's child support, they think it's adult support. So a lot of my baby mamas would put me on child support, even though I was bringing $1,000 worth of clothes and dropping them off. But they'd see me driving a Maserati or a Benz or a Rolls Royce, and they'd be like, no, I want more. So a lot of women think it's adult support, not child support, because they can't, girl, I can't wait to get my child support money. I'm going to get my nails done, girl. I'm going to get my feet done. I'm going to get me a pedicure and a manicure. I'm going to get my hair whipped. And they talking about with their child's money.
Right.
And then they think, they put it on you like, F that dude, you shouldn't have never got me pregnant. No, honey, I'm sorry. It takes two to get pregnant. It takes two to tangle. It's 50% yours and 50% his. If that man give you money, then you should take care of that money. And, you should take that child, take that money and put that money in a trust or take care of that baby. If he's kind enough to do it. Now, mind you, there are a lot of deadbeat dads, and I know them. I know a lot of them. Man, F that B, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm like, no, homie, that's your child. That child got your DNA. That child got your blood, homie. You want to take care of that. I'm saying, you know what I mean? Man, I can't see myself not being able to call Little Supreme or Little Kenny or all my other daughters, Ladybug and Kiki and man, all of them, my little angels, you know what I'm saying? I got to call them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's just, I can't imagine not being able to call Yaya, Kanisha, Javante, all these babies, I can't, I have to call them. I have to talk to them. I have to be in communication with them. I got to talk to them at least every other day for motivation. Then the ones that don't talk, I know they're in school, they're doing their thing. But you got some fathers who don't take care of their kids. They run from child support. They constantly get incarcerated and get warrants for their arrest. And, they denying the babies. They got to get blood tests. They got to take paternity and find out that their father still don't want to take care of the father. But then, what I go to? I say, it's child support, but there was no father to support that child. So a lot of times these brothers, they're only doing what they've been taught. Right. It's a cycle. My father went there, so I'm not going to be there. There are some exceptions to the rule. There are some brothers say, I'm not going to do my child like my father did me. But what we don't, now this is for the collective, mother and the father, the whole community of child support, mothers and fathers. But you got to understand that when that baby is born, you sign a certificate. It's called birth certificate. And at the bottom, it gets the Secretary of State. You're signing your child over to the state, whether you know it or not. That's why the state have so much authority over your child. And people say, well, what do you mean? Well, I mean that if you do one iota of neglect to that child becomes a ward of the state. And they put that child into foster home. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know that we are basically, from a pipeline from the belly to foster home. So a lot of times, we're providing children that are going to be taken care of by other people who may not care nothing about them. They may rape them. I hear oftentimes I read in the paper that these foster home parents be raping these kids and beating these kids and treating their other kids better than their kids. And this is what we put our own children into. We put our own children into danger. So even if you can't support the child, at least you can support the child by being this light. And that's the problem I have with the system. Not only do they make the child a ward of the state, Reek, but they promote separation. Who is your baby dad? Give us his name. We'll track him down for you. They put a warrant out for him. They get the baby dad. They put him in the county jail. Now he's into the criminal justice system. Now he got a record. Right. And then, now, he's in there for 4 days. He loses his job. Then when he loses his job, the court say, well, you got to pay this amount of money. Well, ma'am, I don't have no money. I just lost my job. Okay, why can't the court get it in their mind that if you're going to do child support, why do we have to pay these mothers child support? Other than paying child support, we should be able to pay the money and be forced to take care of the child. Here, you're going to have to spend a week with your kid in daycare. You got to spend hours with him, either if he's under supervised supervision. Make the father spend time with him. Don't put him in jail, because you put him in the jail, he can't pay for the child support, nor can he be with the child. Right. A lot of times, man, they treat you like a criminal in the child support court, when in reality, every time you send somebody to jail, how can the father take care of the child? Why can't you send the father to taking care of the child? That's one thing I never understood about child support. I'd be in there, man, and we'd be talking about everything except for the child. Like when I had like $500,000 worth of cars, my yard, but you got to remember, my people had money too, you know what I'm saying? But they just seen cars, and they was like, he rich. So I got child support, I got reported, and the child support was on me real hard. They wanted me to pay more money. They're like, you owe more money. They got to go into all these record labels. They got to ask them for receipts on songs I did. It was just really crazy. And they was turning over every stone. They was looking at every corner, trying to get me on more child support. And I told him, I said, hey, look, this is what I have. This is what I pay. I said, the mother's not being honest. These kids get everything. Because on top of it, paying the child support, I might spend an extra $1,000. Because every time my kids, they get on this phone and they tell you, every time my kids had a birthday, they got $1,000. Every time they went back to school, they got $1,000. Every time summertime, they got $1,000. Every Christmas, they got $1,000. And that ain't including all the money I gave them in between the year. And this is for every child that I had. So, I was doing more than the average father because I was raised with a father, so I was taught, to be in my kid's life. I was taught that my father was in my life. But the problem I have with child support is that, a lot of times people don't realize that, when you put the folks in your baby daddy's business, they only ulterior motive is to tear that man down. And they'd rather have him in the system than out here taking care of the baby because once they're incarcerated for 5 or 10 years, then it goes into the prison industrial complex.
Right. Now,
they can make money off your baby daddy. You ain't gonna get no more child support, and they're gonna use him as a hustle. So the hustle you was trying to do to get you some adult support in the name of child support, you end up depriving your child. So now your child grow up and, he get into all type of activities. He end up joining gangs because his father's incarcerated. We got to work out a better plan, brothers and sisters. I know, when you laying down and, you're in the moment and it's feeling good and, he knocking them back out and you feel like, oh my goodness, this man got some serious sex. And then, he ejaculated you and then eventually, you go and you take that test from Walgreens and it say pregnant. That wasn't in the plan. I understand that. But one thing I want you sisters and you brothers understand, that first of all, use contraceptives, use protection. Second of all, that we got to quit putting ourselves on the chopping block and thinking that these people in the child support building really care about us. They don't care nothing about us. I don't know if y'all ever been to court, man, but when you go to child support, they never mention a child. How much money you got? Where you working at? What you want to do, Miss So-and-so? Do you want us to prosecute him? Do you want us to lock him up? Or do you want to give him a chance? And then the cold thing about it, it's negotiable. We can end this overnight by just, every time I got into a sticky situation with my baby mama, I said, come on. I said, let's go down there and why don't you waive my arrears? So the mama can take that, whatever you owe off the books. You can say, I don't want child support no more. And that would get them folks out of your business. And then you and your boyfriend or your baby daddy sit down and y'all come with a conclusion on how to take care of your baby. A lot of people don't know too, Reek, is that, child support shouldn't be on your tax report. You can get that off your credit report. Yeah, you can get child support off your credit report. Yes sir. And that a lot of brothers don't know too. As long as you paying and you current, they can't come and jack you up. Even if you miss a payment or two, you just gotta make sure that you stay current. Sometimes when you fall off, you catch up. By law, they got to give you some action. And you and your baby mama can always work it out. If he doing right, sister, and he got a good job, and he take care of that baby, don't even think about adult support. Just say, okay, well, if he take care of the baby and he in that baby life, that's worth more. Him being in your baby life is worth more than actually getting child support because that baby's gonna grow up in a two-parent situation, and he's gonna grow up, more mentally stable. Because the more you deprive that baby of, of fatherhood, or the more that child is deprived of motherhood, the more psychologically and sociologically that baby become imbalanced. And it causes stress because it's natural for there to be a mother and a father.
Right. That makes sense. I hope a lot of brothers that's listening take heed, and sisters as well. Hopefully, they're not too bitter like, oh, he's over there with so-and-so now. I'm going to stick it to him and things like that. There's a lot of, seems like jealousy and envy that, comes behind those type of situations, why they escalate the way that they do.
And another thing, if you have a child by a man and you're in a relationship with another man, the first thing you should do is set the grounds. Say, look, we in a relationship, but I want my child to have a relationship with his dad. Don't allow a man to tell you, sisters, that, I want that nigga over here. You know, because he may have not grown up with a father, and you know, he might be psychologically doing to your child what was done to him.
Right.
You know, and it's obvious, you know, that in the African American community, there's a lot of babies had out of wedlock. But that don't mean that we don't become teams and we raise them children together. Like, I'm from Milwaukee, with nothing but straight killers and straight gang banging, straight dope dealing, straight pimps and hoes. You know what I mean? It's just straight gutter right here. And I was able to successfully raise 2 African American males in this town. You know, that went to college, that, you know, that doing something with themselves. So, you know, I mean, you know, you can't really judge kids. Now, I ain't saying that my kids is perfect, you know, because I don't know what they do when they're around me, you know, but I know that from the time from 1 to 18, when nothing popping,
right.
You know, I kept all that under check. You know what I'm saying? Because I even know some doctors, you know, who end up going bad. You know what I'm saying? Police officers go bad. So they, you know, life ain't no referendum. You know, it's not guaranteed that they're going to be good boys the rest of their life. But, you know, I raised them to be good because I was in their life. You know, I took them on trips. You know, we went to Bahamas. We went to, you know, California. We went to Vegas. We went to New York. I let them explore the world, you know. So the game member would never be like, hey, man, come on, join the game, man. We're going to show you something. You know, I mean, I taught them finance. I taught them about business. I gave them books like Think and Grow Rich. And I gave them books like, you know, the 48 Laws of Power. You know, I mean, African books, you know, The Black Man and Al and His Family. Dr. Naeem Akbar, Psychological Change Images of Slavery. You know, David Lieberman, you know, How to Get Anybody to Do Anything You Want Them to Do. It was just certain principles that I know they're going to go learn beyond the schoolyard, you know, and to the boardroom, and, you know, that equipped them to be in a sound mind as of yet, you know what I'm saying? And, like, you know, the daughters, you know, they went to school too. You know, I got a daughter right now, you know, where I'm actually staying at her house for COVID. She's in college, you know, she got to do it online, but she's in college. And that's my oldest daughter, you know, so, you know, they pursue education. So, I mean, it's like, parenting is a big thing. But, you know, I mean, they don't really have to be no child support if we agree between the parent, the mother, and the father to take care of the child.
Right.
I mean, that's what you both owe that child. Both of y'all have 50% investment in that child. It's 50% yours and 50% hers. It should be a given. You know, it should be mandatory that y'all take care of the child, that y'all raise the child accordingly. You know, that's just basic common sense. So yeah, man, you know, I mean, you know, for those who don't pay child support, yes, they should pay child support, but should they go to prison? No. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for those who got child support and it's hindering what you're doing, you can go and you can get with a good credit card repair company, and they can take that off your paper, and you can start exploring. And ladies, if you see your baby daddy doing well, and he decides to open up a real estate company, or he open up a construction company, or he open up some kind of clothing store or business or whatever, please don't let that be a reason. Don't let that be the reason that you go and take him down to child support, thinking you're going to get some more money when you get this fight come to him and say, look, I don't want to put these people in your business, but, you know, I see you doing better. Your child deserves better. Can you do more for your child? You know, and fathers, if you're doing better, call your baby mama up and say, look here, baby, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I know we ain't together no more, but little Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? We both made him, and I want to do better and do well by little Ronnie. So I want to contribute more. And that's all it is. It's just basic common sense and negotiation, you know, and then that way we don't have to worry about child support. A lot of people crying about it, but, you know, brothers, just give out some good game, that if you negotiate with the baby mama, she can take you off. So all that being mad at her, that's not the look. You know what I mean? But if you talk to her and you be like, you know, I want to get some understanding, and, you know, this is what's going on. You know, I want to do more for the child. You know, I want to be more in the child life. I want to keep the child on weekends. I want to take the child to Chuck E. Cheese. I want to take the child to, you know, different places, to church or to the mosque or wherever y'all go. You know, then, you know, she should be in compliance with that. And that would cut off a lot of these African-American men who not only getting charged with child support, who also getting sent up the creek. So remember that, sisters. Yeah, I know you're going to call child support. I know you can't, but if you don't have no money, it don't make sense to call child support, because you're going to take the father out of the child's life.
Right.
The approach should be like, look here, if you don't come and get little Johnny, I'm going down there and I'm going to call child support, and I'm going to make sure that they deal with your butt. And this is the alternative. All the action you do is spend some time with your kid.
Right.
And I guarantee you that if we come together like that, 99% of our problems in the hood are child support at the end.
Too cool to count 24/7.